Hi Geminis, hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Simon. I'm a psychic medium, tarot reader and intuitive, and today I'm going to be reading for the sign of Gemini. So let's get started and see what Spirit wants to say to you at this very difficult time that we're going through all around the globe at the moment. But for Geminis, this is a general reading, and let's not forget that time is fluid. So whenever you find me and you listen to this reading is going to be the right time for you. So, Spirit, tell me what you would like to say to Gemini. What would you like to make Gemini aware of at this time? So, first card out, we have the King of Rods or the King of Wands. Already a very positive feeling coming up for Geminis. It feels like a lot of you are finding your strengths at this time and looking at opportunity around you to see what you could do at this point in time, how you can handle the difficulties ahead of you, and how you can turn them into positive advantage. So it does feel to me like you are gathering yourself together and it looks to me like you're willing to do what it takes to move yourself through these difficult times, but you're definitely tapping into inner strengths. There may be a character in your world that has a lot of energy, possibly linking to a fire signs being Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. But it can also be actually that you're very much connected into the moment right now, because we are in fire energy, as in we're in the time of Aries. So it feels to me like ideas that have been floating around your head may actually take hold in some way, and you may see opportunity opening up to you, which you're not ready to follow through on just yet with action, but you're not far off it either. So I feel if you're working for yourself, that you are going to be reviewing how you work, possibly how you employ people, but the feeling here is that you are going to be seeing ways through the economic situation. I feel that generally speaking, you're not too exposed at this time. You're not too exposed as to limiting your strengths. No, it feels like a bit the opposite actually, that you are gathering together different ideas, and when you're ready you will communicate them. I also feel that a lot of you Geminis may be connecting, literally connecting at this point, to a male energy with facial hair, and finding that they are actually proving to be quite solid. There's a sense of reliability here with with a male energy. dark-haired facial hair, beard, mustache. Yeah, now this could be a partner in your world, or it may be an older person who is in a position to advise, and advise with thought and care, coming from experience. Actually, I feel you yourself as well are perhaps trusting your own selves a bit more than you did in the past, but experience speaks volumes. My sense as well is that you're working on relationships, Gemini, and trying to keep them all flowing, and possibly in your main relationship, being to yourself in the first instance, I get the vibe that you are having good dialogues with yourselves. Those of you in long-term relationships, marriage, etc., it feels like you are so much more settled, so much more in the vibe of trying to make the relationship work. Yes, trusting your own judgment at this point. Now let's see. Okay, nice, nice. Here we have the Ace of Cups, along with the Temperance card, which is again quite fiery, representing Sagittarius, but also can represent Leo and Aries energy, fire energy, basically. Again, I say to you, I think you're trying to calm things down. It feels to me like you are, some of you, entering into this new stage of life by accepting in some ways what's going on and looking at it in a detached sort of manner and thinking, well, what can I do to improve the situation around me and my family, or the people that I love? And I think you're coming up with ideas. You're bouncing different balls at the moment, seeing how they're going to land. It also feels to me some of you may be experiencing a new life coming into your life. In other words, there could be news of a baby, there could be news of a birth, something very significant coming into your life in a positive way, actually. If you've recently had your nails done, or you do your own nails, then I certainly feel that in your environment, new life is coming in, and you'll be hearing news of that in the near future, if you haven't already. Also, again, I come back to a feeling of refreshing certain close relationships, and especially so around home life. Refreshing, trying to revive possibly relationships, or a main relationship that has undergone its difficulties, but somewhere along the lines you are managing to work through this in a good way. We have the Hierophant and we have him reversed, but that's okay. Reversals to me are much more to do with the actual images. that you know, I can connect with, rather than necessarily reading it as good and bad. So my sense is, if you my sense is a lot of you may be having to wear gloves at this time, protective gloves actually, because I think some of you, quite a few of you, are going to be working in environments that require you to wear a particular clothing to look after yourselves, to protect yourselves. That includes gloves. And you may be especially aware of hygiene at this time, and practicing and telling people to be more hygienic, to be more to use more common sense, if you like. I'm getting a feeling as well that you may be handed somebody's keys, house keys, and asked to look after their property, or keep an eye on it, or maybe being offered somewhere to stay, and hence you've got keys. It feels to me, in relationship to yourself at this time, that you are able, I think, to see things in a more realistic way. Perhaps certain blinkers that have been covering your focus, let's say, are being removed, and you're starting to see with clarity. I feel some of you may have been involved with somebody who's been wearing a false mask, who's been pretending that they are somebody different from who they really are, and you're waking up to this now. I get a sense here for some of you that you are not bending over backwards anymore to accommodate people around you, that you're much, much, much more solid now, and in agreement with your own way of thinking, rather than looking on the outside for validation. So that seems a very positive place to be. Your underlying energy is the Knight of Pentacles, and so things are moving along slowly in a progressive way, and it could be a bit frustrating, because here the King of Rods, King of Wands, he likes to move along, and move along quite swiftly, get things done. But on the other hand, he's being held back by the Knight of Pentacles, saying, no, slow down, slow down. Let's just make sure that each step we're taking is a solid step forwards. So let's look at our plans and review them again and again, to be sure that each step we're taking is being done with a measure of security or safety, let's say. So yes, you may be itching to go ahead with ideas and be slowed down by somebody in your environment who wants to take things so much slower than you do. But that's okay. That's okay. That's the way they tick right now, and it's only to be respected. It feels you may have opposite views with a partner, but again, that's okay, because the more you share your different points of view, the more that you're going to come to a middle of the road conclusion, middle ground conclusion, that suits you both, and end up in a pace that feels right for you, not being too rushed. too hectic. If you have anything to do with boats, if you have a boat, if you know somebody who has a boat, I do have a feeling here that I want to recheck everything connected to a boat, from paperwork to how it's moored. I want to check all aspects connected to anything to do with a boat. Perhaps even travelling on a boat, sailing on a boat, or even anything connected to a cruise. But it feels like, yes, things need to be gone over. I feel some of you have very good-looking partners. In fact, I feel almost like I'm looking at a power couple, a couple that people can look up to and might admire in some ways. So let's see what else Spirit wants to say. Can we please clarify the Ace of Cups? The Ace of Cups, please can we clarify this for Gemini? Spirit, what do you want to add to the Ace of Cups? And I feel Spirit wants to say to you, things will never be the same again, in a way, that you're moving yourselves into a period of new opportunity, of seeing things differently, this new life coming in, and emotionally you want to leave quite a lot behind anyway. You may be feeling like you want to lighten your load as far as material things are concerned, and want to leave a fair few things behind. Some of you may really literally be tapping into your more artistic side. I do get a feel for writing, be it in a notebook, jotting down thoughts, to even sitting down and just letting yourself flow. Writing a book, a script, anything to do with words and feelings, emotions. I feel very connected for Gemini with this. Some of you maybe have to even be producing reports connected to your work situation. I feel like if you're involved in any video conferences, it looks to me like the next three meetings, I would say they're moving towards different stages, so that I get a feeling for things being fenced in, protected. Yes, protected, I think. We have the Seven of Pentacles, and it is protect your work, look after what you've built. I talked about unmasking earlier, and I do feel perhaps you are seeing with clarity now a situation that was unclear before. I think it's connected to work. I feel it's connected possibly to investment, or something that you wanted to set up. But now, the person or people you've been dealing with, I think you're starting to see them in a new light. And so you're reassessing where you're going to put your money or your energy. There may be that you want to leave certain people or opportunities behind you because they've turned out to be a waste of time. Yes, okay. I get the feeling here that you've possibly been drained by a particular party, company, or person, that you've been drained and you've got to the point now where you just want to step back and think things through. No rushing in. Like I said to you, there's no rushing in. Here says, yes, you may feel or be pressured into giving an answer, yes or no. But however, there's somebody in your environment here who's allowing you the time and saying, take your time. I'm on your side. Don't rush into anything right now. Just take your time, slow down. Let's take it step by step. And I'm feeling that that's very good advice that you're being given by someone who cares about you, close to you, who does love you, does care about you. I also want to say here as well, some of you may be putting in a lot of energy into looking after somebody else, and there may be some news connected to a person who's not well. That news might have overtaken you, and you are now like, what do I do next? What can I do next? Please be aware. Okay, again, about the slowing down, we have it twice. We have it echoed twice. Knight of Cups twice. Sorry, Knight of Pentacles twice. And so whatever you're feeling in a rush about, Gemini, you're going to be slowed down no matter what. So take that as a good omen. I feel you have somebody around you who's a yin to your yang, so to speak. Making sense. So I hope that helps a bit. I'm hearing the name of Rachel here. I'm also, Bob is another name that I'm hearing. Bob being Robert, Rob, Bob, Bobby. If you're connected to either of those names, then I definitely want you to slow down. It feels very windy around those names. So just take it easy and no rushing. Like I say, I feel you've got somebody around you, a partner around you, who wants to just take a deep breath and move slowly through the situation, whichever one it is that I've described for you. So Gemini, I hope that helps a little bit. There may be news around work, by the way, as well. To some extent, I feel that you might have a lot to say, but be careful that your reactions are not bigger than the situation itself. Okay. All right, so Gemini, I wish you all the very best and strength to get through what's in front of us, and okay, thank you for listening, and until the next time, thank you, bye now.